we are so excited that we are presenting Star Trek and Worlds Beyond this summer. It's open now through August 31st. It's an incredible exhibit of props and costumes from the television show and movies all throughout the entire Star Trek universe, from Paramount Pictures Archives and also in partnership with the Trumbull County Historical Society. And a lot of the pieces in this exhibit have never been on public display before.
We have everything in the archive from Star Trek 2009, Star Trek Into Darkness, and Star Trek Beyond. But we do have a few gems from earlier productions that by some miracle we have. This is an original piece that was designed by William Tice. Now, Bill Tice did the costumes for the original series from 1966 to 1969. This dress, thank goodness, survived. The reason it survived, it was on display at the Chicago Museum of Science and Industry. Bill Tice was noted for, he's the one that created the idea of the very short skirts. He liked to show a leg, he liked to show his flesh, bless his heart. He's the one that set the precedent for the short skirts on the Enterprise background ladies.
The curator for this exhibit, Randall Thropp, is the archivist for costumes and props at Paramount Pictures. And he's actually a Lancaster native.
I left when I was 18, 19 to go to school in New York. And from there, it just snowballed. So I've been doing theater, I've been doing film, I've been doing television for many years. And then I worked at Paramount. I actually ran the rental floor of the costume department. And then they decided to close it, but they knew I'd been hiding things. So that's how the costume archive was born. This is actually the 7th exhibition I've done at the Decorative Arts Center of Ohio. I just love working here.
Folks who know the Decorative Arts Center may remember the Edith Head exhibits that we've done here. We've done several other Hollywood exhibits, and for this one we went back and said, we've talked a lot about classic Hollywood and sort of Hollywood magic and all of those sorts of things, but at our heart we're a decorative arts center. Clothing, costumes are decorative arts. Props in movies represent the kinds of things we use in the world. Those are also decorative arts, and we said, what about doing an exhibit that kind of looks at the way Hollywood thinks of the decorative arts of the future? So that was our jumping off point for the exhibition, but it's a really great collection and we're really excited about that. We think there's something for everyone.
To have this here and the archivist from Paramount Pictures to come here to Ohio is just really, really cool, especially in these turbulent times that we're going through, both internationally and domestically. It's really great to see a film series that's over 60 years old, where people can see all different kinds of people working together and diversity is embraced and celebrated. And that's the key components of what makes Star Trek really special.
This gallery has a lot of aliens in it, or civilians from the Yorktown set of Star Trek Beyond. These are two of my favorite costumes, and actually they're two people that I know. This costume was worn by Andy Siegel, and this was his assistant, Melissa Harrison. Andy Siegel was the prop master on Star Trek Into Darkness and Star Trek Beyond. Now, if you notice these costumes, culturally, they have a Japanese influence, and that's what I find fascinating about the Yorktown set in Beyond, because it represents all different cultures who are all coming together. Talk about diversity, you've got it right there on the Yorktown set. But I love there's so many different representations of different cultures in here from Yorktown. So let's take a look over here. This one fascinates me because it's a silver lurex, a very thin silver lurex fabric, but these are sponges with silver tips. I love that. This has a definite Middle Eastern influence to it, and of course you can tell by the fabric an African influence. And then over here, this costume has a definite Indonesian flavor to it, which is silk and polyester. We get very few models anymore since everything is digital. This is one of my favorite models, and this is the Nibirian Forest from Star Trek Into Darkness. Now, if you can get down there, you will see a little man all the way back in there. That shows you the scale of that set. These trees were 25 to 30 feet tall. They were red. It was ginormous. We couldn't keep them. It was too much to store. And then that's the Nibirian Scroll, which is like their holy scroll. And that's in the opening of the film, Star Trek Into Darkness. Then here we have 3 other people. These are just civilians from the Yorktown set. The blue is what caught my eye. And against this amber background, it just pops. This is one of my favorite guys. He's referred to as Hider number 2. Now, the reason I wanted him in this exhibition is because he is a true alien. His costume is a true alien costume and not a hybrid or influenced by either Japanese, Middle Eastern, or Indian culture. And so you have to wonder, what planet is he from that they had this kind of metal, that they had this kind of skin? He plays one of the villains. There's 3 villains in Star Trek Beyond that attack poor Scotty, and Jayla comes to rescue them. I love this costume, and I think it's important to have this alien representation.
The first duty of every Starfleet officer is to the truth, whether it's scientific truth, or historical truth, or personal truth. It is the guiding principle on which Starfleet is based. Now, if you can't find it within yourself to stand up and tell the truth about what happened, you don't deserve to wear that uniform.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard. This is his 19th century British Admiral's uniform from his holodeck game, where they're pretending to be on a boat. I love this outfit, and that is his hat. And yes, he does wear pants. We just couldn't get it on this dress for him.
The Decorative Arts Center of Ohio is an art and history museum in downtown Lancaster. We do 3 exhibition cycles a year. We also have an arts education program where we teach art classes, summer camps, and work with organizations all over the community to provide art healing and all kinds of great art programming. And then we also take care of the historic house that we're in and tell the story of the decorative arts and the architecture and preserve that local history and heritage as well. The Decorative Arts Center of Ohio is always free to the public. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to 4 on weekdays and 1 to 4 on the weekends. And we hope folks from all over Central Ohio and beyond will come and experience Star Trek and Worlds Beyond here at the museum.